Welcome to the Z Theater in our wonderful Steel Center at Regis Jesuit High School. Please turn off all cellular phones, pagers, and noise-making devices. The taking of photographs or video is strictly prohibited due to copyright. This production will be played without an intermission. Thank you for attending and supporting the Regis Jesuit Performing Arts. And now, the Regis Jesuit High School Drama Club proudly presents Cyrano de Bergerac.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The performance is about to begin. Welcome to the theater of the Hotel de Bourgogne. My name is Madame Geneviève Pardo, and I run this theater establishment for your pleasure. The play will begin shortly, but when you arrive early, you are guaranteed of better entertainment by the audience than you will ever see on stage. Look now, here we have the handsome young nobleman, Christian de Novilette, a cadet in the King's Guards. See how he feasts his eyes on the beautiful Roxanne. And the fair Roxanne, it is obvious that she yearns for the handsome young Christian. But she cannot ignore the powerful Comte de Guiche, who has ideas of his own about Roxanne. The only one missing from our little drama is Captain Lebray's good friend, Cyrano. Let the play begin. La pièce va commencer. Mesdames et messieurs, prenez vos sièges, s'il vous plaît. La pièce va commencer. Bienvenue au théâtre de l'Hôtel de Bourgogne. Je m'appelle Madame Geneviève Pardo et j'ai dirigé cet établissement pour votre plaisir. La pièce va commencer bientôt, mais si vous arrivez à l'avance, vous pouvez être sûr de trouver dans l'audience un divertissement encore plus amusant que sa scène. Monsieur Lebray, have you seen Monsieur Cyrano?
Not this evening, madam. Why?
Montfleury is in the play.
But Cyrano took a dislike to Montfleury.
For boldly flirting with Roxanne.
And forbid him from the stage for a month.
Who is this Cyrano? Qui est ce Cyrano?
The most extraordinary man under the sun. Such panache.
A poet.
A swordsman.
A musician.
A scientist.
And what an uncommon appearance.
With his white-plumed hat, his billowing doublet, and his cape. Majestically held out by a sword that rises like the insolent tail of a rooster.
And he carries his nose. Ah, gentlemen, what a nose. Those who see it can't help but exclaiming, no, it can't be true. He'll soon take it off. But Monsieur de Bergerac never does.
He keeps it on and runs his sword through anyone who looks at it too closely, as he will soon run through the Count de Guiche if he continues to look so closely at the terrifyingly lovely Roxanne. Elle est terriblement belle in a wit, in intellect to match. Also, unfortunately, an orphan.
And who is this Count de Guiche?
The Comte de Guiche is married to Cardinal Richelieu's niece.
But is in love with Roxanne.
The Count wants to arrange a marriage between Roxanne and le Vicomte de Valvert. Not much of a man, but he'll be very obliging to the Comte de Guiche.
But surely Roxanne...
Oh, she's opposed to it. But de Guiche is powerful. He can persecute an orphan girl like her.
I'm gonna pay a visit to this Count de Guiche.
Don't do anything rash. There's a good chance he'll kill you. Stay. You're being watched.
The performance is about to begin. Ah, la pièce va commencer.
Roxanne, let's take our seats.
It is my pleasure to introduce the greatest actor in all of France, Montfleury.
Bravo!
Happy is he who shuns the pomp of courts, in solitary exile, self-imposed. Heureux celui qui repousse le pompe de la cour en exil solitaire.
Haven't I ordered you off the stage for a month, you wretched scoundrel?
Cyrano.
What?
Cyrano.
King of clowns, leave the stage this instant.
But I...
Do you dare defy me?
Play on, Monfrey. Fear nothing.
Rue, Quilois, dans les sols.
Ah! I shall be angry in a minute.
Go on, Monfrey.
Courage, Monfrey. Allez, continuez.
And who, when gentle breezes, et a brise gentile.
Still there. Very well then. I'll go up on this stage and carve this sausage into slices.
C'est incroyable.
Scandaleux.
Exaspérant.
Amusant.
Silence! I will clap my hands 3 times, Montfleury, and by the 3rd clap, you will be gone. 1,
Come to my help, my lords.
2,
C'est quoi?
3.
Howard, Lush. We've paid good money to see the play.
Let him come back if he dares.
Have you no respect for great art?
For tragedy.
I have a great respect for art. That's why I put an end to the tragedy taking place here.
You've high-handedly deprived us of the performance.
And what about the money that will have to be refunded?
Sweet lady, blossom and be radiant. Fill our dreams with longing. Soften death with a smile. Here, take my purse.
Oh, merci, monsieur. You may stop every performance if these are your terms.
Mais quel scandale! The great Montfleury. Did you know that Duc de Candale is Montfleury's patron? And who is yours, Monsieur Cyrano?
No one.
No one.
I said no one. For along with that kind of support, gradually, there would come the taking over of my life so that I become the Cardinal's puppet instead of my own master. There are already too many in high places who have traded their integrity for success.
He's beginning to be annoying. Is no one going to silence him?
I will.
Cyrano, it's the Vicomte de Valverde.
Your nose is very big.
Is that all?
Well-
I'm afraid your speech was a little short. You could have said 100 things. Here, let me give you a few examples. Aggressive. If that nose were mine, sir, I'd have it amputated on the spot. Friendly. Oh, how do you drink with such a nose? You must have a cup made specially. Descriptive. It's a rock, a crag, a cape. No, a peninsula. Inquisitive. What is that receptacle? A razor case or a portfolio? Kindly. Oh, do you love the little birds so much that when they come and sing to you, you give them your nose to perch on? Eloquent. When that nose blows, it's like a typhoon. The wind howls and the clouds darken. Simple. Pray tell, when do they unveil the monument? Dramatic. When it bleeds. The Red Sea. There. Now you have an inkling of what you might have said to me, had you some tinge of wit or letters. But you could have never said more than half of the first word, because such jesting is a privilege I grant only to myself.
Come! Never mind such arrogance from an uncouth barbarian who appears in public without gloves, tassels, or braid.
I have a different idea of elegance. No, I don't dress like a proud popinjay, it's true. But my moral grooming is impeccable. I never go out in public with a soiled conscience, a tarnished honor, or threadbare scruples.
Stupid lout, insolent bore, ridiculous ass!
Oh, delighted to meet you. And I am Cyrano Savignon Hercule de Bergerac.
Fool! Oh, what you doing now?
I have a cramp in my sword.
So be it. Poet!
I am a poet. Oh, and I'll demonstrate by composing a ballad while I fence with you. When I come to the last line, I'll draw blood.
No. Wait!
I'm choosing my rhymes. There! I have it. Lightly I toss my hat away. Languidly over my arm let fall this cape that covers my bright array. Then out sword, and to work withal. Lancelot in his ladies' hall, a Spartacus at the hippodrome. I dally while with you, dear jackal, then as I end the refrain, thrust home. Oh, for a rhyme, you're white as whey. You break, you cower, you cringe, you crawl. And I parry your last essay. So may a turn of your hand forestall life with its honey, death with its gall. So may a turn of my fancy roam free for a time, till the rhymes recall.
Here we go.
Then as I end the refrain, last home. Refrain, Prince. Pray God, who is Lord of all, pardon your soul, for your hour has come. Beat, pass, fling, aslant, a sprawl. Then as I end the refrain, thrust. Thrust home.
This is the first of many battles we will see with our dear Cyrano. And now he will... And who is this? Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. And what is your name?
Oh, my name is Mabre du Fabricant, a simple sculptor. I've been longing for any source of inspiration for some time now, but this man, full of courage, might be exactly what I'm looking for. The stone begins to speak to me as if something were inside, trying to break free. Go, leave me to my work.
Godspeed, monsieur.
I'd like to have a word with you. Have you eaten?
No.
Why not?
Pourquoi pas? Because I have no money. Parce que je n'ai plus d'argent.
That bag of money.
Alas, my month's allotment lived for only a day.
What foolishness to throw all away.
Yes, but what a gesture. Oui, mais quel geste.
Sir, I can't bear to think of you going hungry. We have plenty of food here. Take whatever you like. Allez prendre quelque chose.
Oh, my dear madam, I will accept very little. One of these grapes, only one. This glass of water, and half a macaron. Un grand de raisin, un seul, un moitié de macaron, and un verre d'eau.
That's ridiculous.
C'est stupide. My dinner, my drink, and my dessert. There. I have an excellent appetite this evening.
Sir, please take something else. S'il vous plaît, prenez autre chose.
Ah, I will. Your lovely hand.
Merci, monsieur.
So, what was it you wanted to tell me?
You make too many enemies.
How many would you say I've made today?
Well, first there's Montfleury, then De Guiche, Valvert.
Ah, d'abord, il y a Montfleury, puis De Guiche et Valvert. Yes, that's enough to delight me.
I don't understand the way you live. Where will it lead you?
Once I was confused and bewildered by all the courses of action open to me. Finally, I chose.
What did you choose?
The simplest course of all. I chose to be admirable in everything.
If you say so. But come now, what's the real reason for your hatred of Montfleury?
That slimy sot considers himself a terror with the ladies. I hated Montfleury since the day I saw him look at Roxanne. It was like watching a slippery slug crawl over a flower.
What's this? Do I understand you rightly? Is it possible that
I'm in love? Yes, it's true.
You've never told me.
With whom I'm in love? Come now, think a moment. This nose of mine, which precedes me by a quarter of an hour wherever I go, forbids me to be loved by even an ugly woman. You ask me who I love. Well, who else would I love but the most beautiful woman in the world? Anyone who has seen her smile has known perfection.
It is clear. Your cousin Roxanne. Une fête c'est clair. Votre cousine Roxanne.
But to hear her name, Roxanne.
Then you ought to be overjoyed. You love her, tell her so. You covered yourself with glory in her eyes today.
Look at me, and tell me what hope this protuberance might leave me with. I have no illusions. Sometimes, I think how much I would like to be arm in arm with a woman, under the moon, under the stars. I would let myself be carried away, I'd forget myself, and then suddenly, I'd see the shadow of my own profile.
But you're overlooking your courage, your wit. Don't be timid. If you love Roxanne, speak to her. Tell her so that
she'll laugh in my face? No, that's the one thing in this world I fear.
Monsieur, Madame Roxanne would like to speak with you.
My God.
Madame Roxanne wishes me to ask her valiant cousin where she can see him in private.
See me?
Yes, she has things to tell you.
Things
to tell you. She will go early to Mass tomorrow morning, and when she leaves the church, where can she go to speak with you?
Where? Oh my God. Where?
Well?
I'm trying to think. At Ragueneau's shop. Ragueneau, the pastry cook.
Where's that?
It's on the Rue Saint-Honoré.
Oh, very well. I will tell the Lady Roxanne at once, at 7 o'clock.
I'll be there. Me. She wants to see me.
Monsieur, Madame Roxanne veut vous parler.
Mon Dieu.
Madame Roxanne souhaite que je demande à son vaillant cousin où elle peut, en secret, le voir.
Me voir?
Oui, elle a des choses à vous dire.
Des choses
à vous dire. Elle ira à la première messe demain matin, quand elle quittera l'église. Où devra-t-elle aller pour vous parler?
Oh, mon Dieu.
Bien.
J'y réfléchis. Ragueneau shop. Le shop de Ragueneau, le pâtissier.
Où ça?
C'est dans la... Oh mon Dieu, c'est dans la rue Saint-Honoré.
Très bien. Je vais le dire à Madame Roxanne. À 7 heures.
Je serai là. Moi, je désire me voir.
I see your sadness has vanished.
For whatever reason, she knows I exist.
Be calm. Calme-toi.
No, I'm going to be frenzied and turbulent. I need a whole army to vanquish. I have 10 hearts, 20 arms. It's no longer enough for me to cut down dwarves. I need giants.
Monsieur Cyrano.
Oh, what is it, Ragueneau? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a, Ragueneau?
Your friend Lanier, much worse for wine, needs your help.
What's happened?
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
He can't go home.
Pourquoi?
He received a note warning him about his slanderous song that he wrote about the Count de Guiche's plan to marry Roxanne to Valvert for his own benefit. 100 men are against him. He can't go home. Will you let him sleep under your roof tonight?
100 men, you say?
Yes.
Tell Lanier he'll sleep at home tonight. Tell Lanier to take a lantern and start walking. I'll cover him. You follow at a distance. You'll be my witness.
But why 100 men against just one?
I need at least that many this evening. Come along. And when you see me charge, don't come to my assistance, no matter how great the danger. Ready?
No, not my inspiration!
Oh, my favorite leg!
Cyrano learned how to fight, not out of fear of defense, but for lack of better words, to finally express. His soul wanders free from judgment and reality. Similar to his curious spirituality, he found peace in the release through the sword and the pen. Both are talents not of ordinary men. His words are like water to his constant thirsting wit. He's sharper than a sword, though rare to admit. But beyond what lies in his afterlife, his only will of action and strife is his what's the word? Panache. Now, Rachno the baker and the poet at heart, he can do a lot more than just making tarts. He writes out his dreams, it's more than it seems. Freedom from the flower and into a world of power. But never mind, on to Rachno at least, to buy an overly priced slice of quiche.
Poised on steady legs. First, your poet beats several eggs.
The ovens. Fruits en gelée, gâteau et confiserie de jeu.
Ah, Lise, my good wife. You've brought me some paper wrappings. Thank you. Merci. Duh! My treasured books! My friend's poetry! Desecrated to make wrappings for pastry? You're heartless!
I have a right to make use of what your wretched poets leave here as their only form of payment.
How can you treat poetry with such disrespect?
I'll treat poetry however I please.
I shudder to think what she might do with prose.
Quelle heure est-il?
Septième Malaka.
Ah, encore une 4 heures.
Félicitations! On m'a parlé de votre duel.
Lequel?
À l'hôtel de Bourgogne.
Ah, celui-là.
La duel en vert. À la fin de l'envoi, je touche. Qu'est-ce beau! Magnifique!
Oh, quelle heure est-il?
7 heures mardi.
What time is it? Quelle heure est-il?
6:45.
A quarter of an hour to wait.
Felicitations! I heard of your duel.
Lequel?
At the Hotel de Bourgogne.
Celui-là.
A duel in verse. When I end the refrain, thrust home. It's beautiful. It's magnificent.
What time is it? Quelle heure est-il?
It's 10 till 7.
Ragno, I'm waiting for someone here, and I want you to leave us alone together.
I can't do that, my friend. My poet friends will soon arrive.
For their first meal? You will send them away when I give you the signal. Oh, what time is it? Quelle heure est-il?
It's 10 minutes to 7.
May I have a pen? Oh, thank you. I'm afraid to speak a single word to her of all the words I have in here. But writing is a different matter. I'll put down on paper the words, the love letter I've written within myself 100 times.
What is that troublemaker doing here?
He's a hero.
A hero with no money. A better rich coward for a customer than a penniless hero.
Looking upon you, I grow faint with fear.
He's not a customer. He's meeting someone.
C'est une pâtisserie. Pas l'hôtel de Cogne. Sell him some pastry. Some cake, sir, to inspire you. With a nose like that, how could he resist their smell?
Madam! Did I hear something about a smell?
No, my friend. My wife said she doesn't know you very well.
That pleasure, madam, is all mine.
Throw him out this instant.
Never! I would sooner throw out my poetry.
Good. I'll help you.
Your eyes, your lips, oh, your lèvres.
Lise, I've written a recipe in verse. How to make almond tarts.
Write a verse about how to make money. Then I'll listen.
Poised on steady legs, first your poet beats several eggs. Shimmering like silk, aromatic milk of almond will come next. Wave your fiery wand, bake till blonde. Melting mouths and hearts, saliva starts. Almond tarts.
Thank heaven you're a better pastry chef than a poet, or we'd starve to death.
Your faithful worshiper, qui vous aime. No need to sign it. I'll give it to her myself if I feel there's the slightest hope. Ragueneau. What time is it? Quelle heure est-il?
Almost 7. It's almost 7. Time for my poet friends to arrive.
Oh, don't let them in.
At least you're talking sense.
And take her away with you.
Monsieur
Now.
Cyrano and his guest want privacy.
Cemetery is down the street.
If I see but the faintest glimmer of hope, then I draw up my letter. Roxanne! May this day be blessed above all others. This day when you come to say, to tell?
To thank you, first of all, that dandy Count Valvert whom you checkmated in brave swordplay last night. He is a man whom a great lord is desirous of my favor.
De Guiche.
Yes, sought to impose Valvert on me, for a husband.
Husband? Du pay husband, husband à la mode. Then I fought. Happy chance, not for my ill favor, but your favors fair. Oh, Roxanne, may this moment be blessed above all others, this day when you come to tell me, to tell?
Before I make my confession, give me time to see you again as I did in the past. When I used to think of you as almost my brother, we used to play together in the park beside the lake.
Yes, you came to Bergerac every summer.
You always did whatever I wanted.
You weren't yet known as Roxanne. In short skirts, you were still called Madeline.
Was I pretty then?
You weren't plain.
Sometimes you came to me with your hand bleeding from some accident. Even now, you've done it again. Let me see. You're still hurting yourself at your age. How'd you do it this time?
I was, playing again.
How many were there against you?
Not quite 100.
Tell me about it!
No! Tell me what you couldn't bring yourself to say just now.
Yes, I can say it now, that the past has returned to encourage me. I'm in love with someone who doesn't know it yet, but he will know soon. He's a poor man who till now has loved me from a distance without daring to say anything. But I've seen a confession of love trembling on his lips. And so it happens, cousin,
yes,
that he's a cadet. He's proud, noble, fearless. A man who all this time has loved me timidly from afar and dares not speak. He's young, intrepid, handsome.
Handsome?
Yes, what is it? What's the matter?
Nothing. Only a slight tinge of pain from this little scratch.
Oh, Cyrano, I love him. But you must know I've only seen him at the theater.
You've never spoken to each other.
Only with our eyes.
Oh, then how do you know?
Eyes can speak.
How do you know that he...
People talk, gossips chat.
His name?
Laurent Christian de Neuvillette. He began serving only this morning as a cadet in your company.
You've lost your heart so quickly. My poor girl, you're so fond of fine words and gracious wit. What if he should prove to be an uncultured savage?
No, there will be elegance in everything he will say. I feel it.
Yes, because all words are elegant when they come from handsome lips. But what if Christian is a fool?
Then I'll die.
Why do you tell me all this?
Someone terrified me yesterday by telling me that...
That we always provoke a duel in the guard with any newcomer.
Yes, you can imagine how I trembled for him. But when I saw you, great and invincible, punishing that scoundrel Valvert, I said to myself, everyone fears Cyrano. If he were willing to...
Very well. I'll protect you, Baron Christian de Neuvillette.
You'll be his friend?
Yes.
And he'll never have a duel?
I promise.
Oh, I knew you would. I've always had such a tender affection for you. Now I must go. Tell Christian to write me. 100 men. How brave.
I've been braver since.
De Guiche is on his way here.
No doubt to avenge himself on me for Valvert's disgrace.
Not at all. Instead, to make you an offer. It seems your duel last night amused my uncle, Cardinal Richelieu.
Great heavens!
He understands you've written a tragedy. He is himself a playwright. Take it to him. Allow him to rewrite a few lines here and there, and he states he'll approve the rest.
Impossible. It curdles my blood to think of altering one comma.
Cyrano!
You are proud, monsieur. Have you read Don Quixote?
Yes, I have, and found myself the hero.
Read once more the chapter of the windmills. For if you fight with them, they may cast down their arms and send you into the mire.
Or up among the stars.
Fool.
Are you mad? You shatter every opportunity that comes your way. If only you would soften your haughty spirit a little, glory and fortune would follow.
What would you have me do? Seek for the patronage of some great man, and like a creeping vine in a tall tree crawl upward, where I cannot stand alone? No merci. Be a buffoon, in the vile hope of teasing out a smile on some cold face? No merci. Dedicate, as others do, poems to pawnbrokers? Make my knees callous, cultivate a supple spine, wear out my belly groveling in the dust? No merci. Calculate, scheme, be afraid, love more to make a visit than a poem? No merci. No. I thank you, and I thank you again. But to sing, to laugh, to dream, to walk in my own way and be alone, free with an eye to see things as they are, to fight or write, to travel any road, under the sun, under the stars, with no thought of fame or fortune.
But why have everyone against you?
Let's call it my vice. It pleases me to displease. I love to be hated. It feeds my pride, and the depths of hatred have and still forces me to hold my head high.
Proclaim your pride and bitterness loudly to the world. But to me, speak softly and tell me simply that she loves you not.
Silence! Enough.
Everyone's talking about how you saved Lignaire from 100 assassins last night.
It would be better if this hero would tell us when he will pay his bakery bill.
Leave him alone, Lise.
Come, my friend, tell us all about it.
Not now. A little later.
Mr. Christian, it's time for you to learn something. There is a certain object that we all avoid naming as scrupulously as we refrain from mentioning rope in the house of a man whose father had been hanged. You understand? If he says this certain word, do not react. On your life, do not notice. If you do, you'll have him to deal with. He already killed 2 men today because they had nasal voices. Vous comprenez?
I think so. Oh, you must mean his...
Shh! On your life, you must never say this word.
Madam, I am new to this regiment, but I am no coward. I'll say what I will. Indeed, to prove my mettle, I will goad him and fight him.
Say this certain word and we shall find out. A dead hero or a live coward?
Come, my friend. Tell us about the 100 men you fought last night.
Oh, very well. Well then, I was walking at the Porte Nestile. The sky was black as pitch and there were no lights in the street. I couldn't see past the end of...
Your nose!
Oh. Who is this man?
I met him only this morning. His name is Christian de Novelette.
Christian? Oh, very well. Well then, I was walking. And I thought to myself, for the sake of some drunkard, that I was about to anger a powerful nobleman who would surely...
Oh, resent your nosiness.
Who would surely bear a grudge against me. And that powerful nobleman might...
Look down his nose at you.
Make things a bit difficult for me. But I said to myself, onward, Cyrano. A moment later, someone...
Nosed you out in the darkness.
Lunged at me with his sword. I parried the thrust, and immediately found myself...
Nose to nose.
No! By all the saints in heaven, I suddenly found myself face to face with 100 shouting brutes, and I charged.
Nose first.
Out! All of you get out! Leave me alone with this man. You are a very brave man.
Sir?
Roxanne has told me everything. I'm her cousin.
How happy I am to know you. I admire you greatly.
Yes, with all those noses you gave me just now.
I'm sorry, I take them back.
It's true. Roxanne is right. You are a handsome devil.
Does Roxanne... Does she love me?
Perhaps. But she expects to receive a letter from you this evening.
Oh no, if I write to her, she'll never want to see me again.
Pourquoi?
Well, because I'm a man who does not know how to speak of love or write of love. If only I could express myself gracefully.
If only I had a handsome face.
I need eloquence, but I have none.
Well then, I'll lend you mine. Together, we can form a romantic hero. Do you feel capable of repeating what I tell you?
Are you suggesting...
Together, we can win her heart! Yes! Oh.
You frighten me.
Oh, no. Your only fear is that when you speak to her, you'll chill her heart, but with my words, through your lips, she'll soon be aflame. Will you do it?
Why does it mean so much to you?
A comedy, a situation for a poet.
Oh, but I must write her without delay. How can I have a...
Here's your letter.
What? Had you already...
I always have a letter at my belt written to some imaginary lady, because I'm one of those men whose only sweethearts are dreams. Here, take it.
Oh, my friend.
I can't believe it.
Monsieur de Bergerac has panache.
He certainly does. What is panache?
It's his style.
C'est son style.
And he wears a white plumed hat to show his panache.
La plume blanche de son panache.
Panache means pride, spirit, integrity.
La fierté, l'esprit, la intégrité.
And his courage on the battlefield is another example of his panache.
El courage, son exemple de son panache.
We will all soon have a chance to show our panache when we go to battle. L'honneur, la patrie, l'amour.
Good morning, monsieur. And how is your piece coming along?
How could it not be going well with such a man who has panache in everything he does? I have a hard time not capturing his flair.
Well, listen closely to his words and get a glimpse into his soul. As I recite the letter he is currently writing for Christian, but to his dearest Roxanne. Roxanne, When your lips mouth my name, it's as if the heavens have opened up and spoken directly to me. How to translate my dreams into a reality of words. Your hair is brighter than the sun, and it blinds me with your beauty and your grace. All I ask for is a kiss, and in that instance, all love will be consumed. Yours truly,
Roxanne, are you ready?
I'm just trying to find my cloak.
I have no idea where it is. Can't you hurry, you enfant terrible? Hurry now.
Be quiet, you're my duenna, not my mother.
Your mother would not be so patient.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can.
No. You'll stop to put on your perfume, and then you'll stop to put on your bracelet, and then you'll stop to put on your gloves, and then we'll miss the lecture on romance at Clomeyer's house.
I, who promise you lilies fair, but long to love your roses.
Cyrano, stop it.
How can I, madam, when I've just heard you chiding my cousin for all her stopping?
Have you been eavesdropping?
No need to eavesdrop when this quiet lady is quietly telling the world you'll miss the lecture on romance.
It would serve Mademoiselle Roxanne right if she missed the lecture. Her head is too full of romance anyway.
Shame on you. I am intellectual, not a romantic.
You wouldn't know one from the other, from Monsieur de Bergerac here.
Peace. I've come to ask Roxanne, as I do every day, whether Christian is still a model of perfection.
Oh, he's so handsome and such a brilliant mind. Oh, il est si beau et quel esprit. I can't tell you how much I love him. Je ne peux pas vous dire combien je l'aime.
You say Christian has a brilliant mind.
Even more brilliant than yours. Just because he's handsome, you think he has to be dull-witted. Listen to this. The more you take of my heart, the more I have. And this, since I need a heart with which to suffer, if you keep mine, send me yours.
First, he has too much heart, and then not enough. He can't seem to make up his mind. Do you know all his letters by heart?
Every one of them.
Oh, Monsieur de Guiche is coming. Go inside. Best for him not to find you here.
Yes, everyone knows you have befriended my beloved Christian. De Guiche is in love with me. He might strike a cruel blow at Christian if he suspected a connection.
I'll do as you wish.
Roxanne, mademoiselle.
Bonsoir.
I come to say farewell.
Are you leaving Paris?
I have received orders.
Ah.
I leave tonight to join the fighting at the battlefront.
I wish you luck, Monsieur le Comte.
Will I ever see you again?
Perhaps.
Did you know I've been promoted to colonel?
Bravo.
And I've been put in command of the guards.
The guards?
Yes, your cousin Cyrano's regiment. I will finally have my revenge with that mighty man of words.
Are you sure the guards are ordered to war?
Under my command.
Christian!
What's wrong?
I'm in despair when a woman cares for a man and there's a...
Why do you wait until now to reveal these words to me?
So you're going to take revenge on my cousin Cyrano?
Why? Would you care?
Of course, I fear for all the cadets in this war.
Cyrano goes everywhere nowadays with one of the cadets. Neville?
Handsome man.
Yes, but a fool.
So he appears. I know how you could best take revenge on my cousin Cyrano. Leave him and his dear cadets behind when the rest of the regiment goes off to fight. If you want to punish him, deprive him of danger.
Only a woman could think of a trick like that. Roxanne, then you do love me a little. You've been playing a trick on me.
Perhaps.
How can I part with you when you've just revealed such tender feelings to me? Listen, near here there's a monastery. Everyone will believe I've gone with the regiment, but I'll delay my departure. Let me come to you.
No.
Let me, you drive me mad.
I must refuse. You must go. I want you to be heroic, Antoine.
Heavenly words. Do you love?
Yes, I love the man for whom I fear.
I'm going now. Does this please you?
Yes, oui, Antoine.
Yes. Oui, Antoine.
Don't say a word to Cyrano. He'd never forgive me if he knew I deprived him of his war. But Christian will be safe. Cousin, we're going off to the lecture now.
I wouldn't want you to miss the lecture on romance.
I'll be back in time for Christian's visit.
The bold cadets of Gascony have Carbon de Castel jaloux, brawling and swaggering boastfully.
And now here is our young, handsome Christian attempting his own hand at writing a letter to the dearest Roxanne. I say attempting. The day we first met was when I first saw you. Your eyes are like the ocean, except I don't get seasick when I see them. You are the greatest thing I have ever known. I mean, besides God. Well, I don't personally know God. That came out wrong. I will never remember. No. Always forget. No. I have it. Your beauty is beautiful. Perfect.
Christian, prepare your memory. There's no time to lose.
No.
Have you lost your reason?
I'm tired of borrowing my letters and speeches. It was necessary in the beginning, and I'm grateful to you, but now that I feel that Roxanne loves me, I'm ready to speak for myself.
I knew it.
Oh, they're coming. Cyrano, don't leave me.
Oh, no. Speak for yourself, monsieur. Parlez tout seul, monsieur.
I knew it. We missed the lecture on romance. On a manque le discours sur la tendre.
It's you, Christian.
Roxanne.
The air is pleasant and no one is passing by. Speak to me of your love.
I love you.
Yes, speak to me about love. Oui, parlez-moi d'amour.
I love you.
Now be eloquent.
I love...
You have your theme. Improvise, rhapsodize.
I love you so.
Of course, and then?
And then, oh, I should be so happy if you loved me too. Roxanne, say that you love me too.
I ask for wine and you give me water. Tell me how you love me.
I love you very much.
Tell me how you feel.
Your neck. If only I might kiss it.
Christian!
Oh, I love you so.
Again? Encore?
No, not again. I do not love you.
At least that's a change.
I adore you.
Oh, no.
I know I'm becoming foolish.
And that displeases me, as much as if you had become ugly.
But
You love me.
Yes.
Gather your dreams together into words.
I
know, you love me. Adieu.
No, wait, please, I was going to say that
You adore me? I know that too. Go away. Ça vous, Christian?
Roxanne.
Le air est doux et nous ne passe. Parlez-moi de votre amour.
Je vous aime.
Oui, parlez-moi d'amour.
Je t'aime.
Maintenant, soyez éloquent.
J'aime.
C'est le thème. Prodez.
Je t'aime tant.
Sans doute.
Et puis, oh, je serais si content si vous m'aimiez. Dis-moi, Roxane, que tu m'aimes.
Vous m'offrez du bourré quand j'espérais de crème. Dites un peu comment vous m'aimez.
Je t'aime beaucoup.
Labyrinthez vos sentiments.
Ton cou, je voudrais l'embrasser.
Christian!
Je t'aime tant.
Again, encore?
Non, pas encore. Je ne t'aime pas.
Oh, moi, c'est tout change.
Je t'adore.
Oh, non.
Je sais, je deviens sot.
Cela m'est déplaît ou qu'on m'est déploré que vous définciez les.
Mais je...
Vous m'aimez?
Oui.
Coupez vos rêvements.
Je
sais, vous m'aimez. Adieu.
Pas tout de suite, je vous dirai que...
Que vous m'adorez, je sais ça aussi. Allez-vous-en.
Congratulations. The poetry prize is yours.
Help me. If I don't win her back immediately, I'll die. Look.
The damage can be repaired. It's dark now. Stand in front of the balcony, you wretched fool. I'll be here telling you what to say.
Roxanne!
Christian, is that you? You speak too awkwardly. Go away. You've stopped loving me.
Never!
I could no more.
I could no more.
Stop loving
you.
Then I could
then
stop.
I could stop.
The rising of the sun.
The rising of the bun.
What?
Sun, the rising of the sun.
Sun, the rising of the sun.
That's better.
My cruel love
has
never
ceased to grow.
Since the day when it was born.
Très bien. Very good. But why do you speak so haltingly?
This is too difficult.
This is too difficult.
Why are your words so hesitant tonight?
Because they must grope their way through the darkness to your ear.
Because they must grope the darkness to your ears.
I'll come down to you.
No! I want to go on taking advantage of this opportunity for us to talk quietly while we're almost invisible to each other. You can't know what these moments mean to me. Until now, my words have never come from my true heart, but tonight, it seems I'm speaking to you for the first time.
Perhaps it's true. Even your voice is different.
Yes, quite different. Because tonight I dare at last be myself.
You've never spoken to me like this before.
I love you, more to the point of madness. Your name is in my heart like a bell, shaken by my constant trembling day and night. Roxanne, Roxanne, Roxanne!
Yes, that's really love.
How gladly I would give my happiness for the sake of yours.
I tremble. You've made me drunk with love. I'm yours.
I only ask one thing.
A kiss!
What?
I was too bold. I asked for a kiss.
You don't insist.
She's willing. Insist.
Quiet.
What did you say?
A kiss. After all, what is a kiss? But a vow made at closer range. A secret told to the mouth rather than the ear.
Then come and take that vow.
Go to her.
Tell me that secret.
Somehow it seems wrong now.
Go, you fool!
Roxanne! Roxanne!
What a strange pang in my heart. Roxanne is kissing not only Christian's lips, but the words I spoke to her. Someone is coming. Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. I'm looking for the house of Madeleine Robin. Bonjour, je cherche la maison de Madeleine Robin.
I'll call her, father. Roxanne, is Christian still there?
No, I'm coming down, cousin.
What does he want?
I have a letter for Madeleine Robin. J'ai une lettre pour Madeleine Robin.
Je suis Madeleine Robin. It's from De Guiche.
How dare he?
He won't bother me much longer when he learns that I love you. Mademoiselle, my regiment is leaving for the battlefield, but I have secretly remained behind, hiding in a monastery. I send this letter by an old priest, simple as a sheep, who understands nothing of this. Roxanne, I must see your smile again. Wait for me alone tonight. Father, this letter concerns you, and you. Listen, Mademoiselle, you must obey the cardinal's will. That is why I send this letter by a most holy, intelligent, discreet man. You will communicate our order to perform here and at once the rite of holy matrimony. Christian must secretly become your husband. I know you hesitate, but be resigned. You have the cardinal's blessing.
I knew the gentleman who sent that letter was a worthy lord.
Oh, this is terrible.
I don't like to force you, my child.
Here is a postscript. I will make a gift of 1,000 francs to the monastery.
Oh, worthy lord! Resign yourself.
I am resigned. De Guiche will soon be here. Delay him.
Hurry.
Where's that cursed priest?
Where did this man fall from?
I fell from the moon like a cannonball.
Have you lost your reason?
What time is it? What country is it?
Let me pass. A lady is expecting me.
I must be in Paris.
Lunatic, you are not amusing.
Do you want to know how I got to the moon?
You're raving mad.
I lay on the beach at the hour when the moon was exerting the pull that causes the tides. When I was lifted up, when suddenly... boarding is over.
Here's the handsome couple you've united in matrimony, my lord.
I must be losing my mind. That nose. Cyrano.
At your service.
Well, I must congratulate you on your cleverness. But I'm afraid you must bid your husband farewell, madame.
Why?
The regiment is going to war.
But the cadets aren't going.
Oh, yes, they are. Deliver the orders at once, Baron de Neuvillette.
Christian!
That's bitter news, yet somehow sweet to me.
Kiss me again.
Come! Enough!
Promise nothing will endanger his life.
I will do my best, but I can't promise.
Promise that he'll write often.
That I can promise you.
The bold cadets of Gascony, of Carbon de Castelgelou, brawling and swaggering boastfully, cadets of Gascony, say new. The bold cadets of Gascony, of Carbon de Castelgelou, brawling and swaggering boastfully, cadets of Gascony, say new. Spouting of armory heraldly, veins abrim with blood so blue, the bold cadets of Gascony, of Carbon de Castelgelou.
¿Habéis oído de este tipo que ha estado cruzando nuestras líneas?
Tonterías, nadie puede cruzar si yo estoy vigilando.
Claro que sí. Este tipo Cyrano yo lo vi. Tienes muy grande...
¿Nariz?
No, eran tus orejas.
¿Orejas?
Las más grandes que jamás haya visto.
Habéis perdido la cabeza.
Ya. Volved al trabajo. Y mantengan un ojo abierto para ese tal cigarro. ¿Quién va a ser guardia esta noche?
Él. Yo hice guardia anoche.
Yo hice guardia una semana entera.
Ya. Está bien. Yo lo haré. Descansad.
Gracias.
¿Habéis visto este tipo cruzando nuestras líneas.
No.
Ok.
This impossible war.
Cette guerre impossible.
How much longer can my cadets fight on? With brave hearts and empty stomachs.
With brave hearts and empty stomachs.
Twice a day, that madman Cyrano crosses enemy lines to deliver those letters of his.
Those letters of his.
He brings back word that the Spaniards are suffering just as badly as we are.
As badly as we are.
But what encouragement is that to men whose empty bellies growl as loudly as cannons?
As loudly as cannons.
My only consolation is that De Guiche's stomach is just as empty as any poor cadet's.
Pauvre cadet.
Good morning, Monsieur De Guiche. Cyrano, thank God you're back safely.
So you're the one who crosses the enemy's lines, always putting on some show of bravery.
Of course. Bravery seems to be in short supply among your officers.
The cadets will soon have a chance to show how brave they are. The king's troops are ready to attack! But first, there must be a diversion. I've chosen you and your men to gain time for us by holding off the Spanish. You will be so kind as to fight until every last one of you is killed.
And so, you have your revenge.
I don't pretend to like you, but as you so often remind us, you are incomparably courageous. I'm serving my king by serving my rancor.
Sir, allow me to offer all our thanks.
You love to fight 100 against 1. I happily give you the opportunity.
I must inform my men.
I wish to pour my heart out in one last letter to Roxanne.
I figured something like this might happen, so I wrote your farewell.
There's a stain on this letter, a tear stain.
The letter was so moving when I was writing it, I made myself weep.
Weep? Pleurer?
Yes. Dying is no great matter. The thing that's unbearable is the thought that you'll never see her again.
Give me that letter.
Someone's coming.
Take cover!
It is Roxanne.
Bonjour.
Roxanne!
Christian,
I cannot look at her.
this war has lasted too long.
Oh, how did you get here?
I simply rolled along in my carriage. Whenever a Spanish officer stopped me, I put on my best smile and said I'm going to see my lover.
But
forgive me, if I would have said my husband, no one would have let me pass.
She's as brave as she's beautiful.
Never! Let them kill me with Christian.
This is too much. I'm going to inspect the troops and I'll be back. You still have time to change your mind.
Never. Come with me. My carriage is filled with enough food for all of you.
If Roxanne should speak to you about the letters.
Go on.
Don't be surprised if...
Tell me what you have to say quickly.
It's really quite simple.
Tell me.
You wrote to her more often than you think. I sometimes wrote her without telling you.
But we're blockaded. How did you get past the enemy lines?
I happened to do so. Simple as that.
Well, and how often have you been writing to her? Twice a week? 3 times? 4?
More often than that. Twice a day.
You went through the Spanish army. You defied death twice a day to send...
Hush, not before her.
Now, Christian.
Tell me why you came here, risking your life.
Because of your letters. It is your own fault if I ran into danger. Think of what you have written me. Every letter more wonderful than the last.
All this for a few absurd love letters.
Hush, absurd. I read them over and over. Every page was from your soul like the fire of a great love.
You felt that?
But more, I came here to say forgive me. Forgive me for being light and vain and only loving you because you are beautiful.
Roxanne.
Afterwards, I knew better. It is you yourself that I love now, your own self.
Roxanne.
Be happy. How you must have suffered when you saw how frivolous I was. I love your soul. I would love you even if you were ugly.
Do you mean that? Ugly?
I do mean that. Are you happy?
Yes. Only nothing.
What is it?
I'm keeping you from those poor men. Go see that they have enough to eat. It is their last meal.
Dear Christian, cher Christian.
Cyrano.
What is it? You look sick.
She does not love me anymore.
You think not?
She loves you.
No.
Yes. She loves only my soul now.
No.
Yes. And that means your letters, your words and thoughts. And I know you love her.
I?
Yes. I see, I know.
Yes. This is true.
Tell her so.
No!
Why not?
Look at me!
She said she would love me even if I were ugly.
She said that?
Yes. I want you to tell her everything.
No.
Why not?
A torture I could not bear.
Do you expect me to kill your happiness just because I'm handsome? That would be too unjust.
Do you expect me to kill yours just because I so happen to have been born with the gift for expressing?
No. I want to be loved for myself or not at all.
Christian!
We'll see what she decides. Roxanne, Cyrano has news for you. Important news.
What is it?
It's nothing. Only Christian thinks you ought to know.
I do know. He doubts what I told him just now. I saw that.
Was it true what you told him just now?
It was true. I told him I should love him even if he were...
Mais avez-vous bien dit d'ailleurs la vérité?
C'était la vérité. J'ai dit que je l'aimerais même.
Ready? Say it. I shall not be hurt. Ugly.
Aim. Even then I should love him.
Fire! Oh, God, this is too much
Cyrano.
happiness. Oh my God. I cannot tell her now. Ever.
What has happened?
Nothing. Come away.
No, no.
Christian!
I told her everything. She loves you.
Christian! 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 No! No! Christian!
George!
And so, my friends, our little drama became a tragedy as Christian's shattered body was carried off the battlefield. Roxanne wept and vowed that she'd never love another man. The regiment returned victorious. The Comte de Guiche became even more powerful. Honor prevents Cyrano from making his declaration to Roxanne. And so Cyrano mourns twice, for the death of Christian and for the death of happiness.
Roxanne exchanged her bridal dress for widow's weeds and went to live in a convent. 14 years have passed.
14 years have passed.
Blessed are those who take refuge in Him. 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 Amen. Amen. Amen.
At last, it is finished. Now you will be forever remembered, my friend.
Good afternoon, Sister Martha, Madam Roxanne.
Good afternoon, Father René.
What brings you to our convent?
I bring a message from the Count de Guiche. He will visit you today.
How excited you must be, Madame Roxanne. 2 visitors in one day.
Take care, Sister Martha. You'll make your quiet convent sound like the court, and then Madame Roxanne will be bored and want to leave if she has only one visitor.
No, I would never leave the good sisters here where I have found comfort and serenity.
Not even for the court. How I would love to see the king.
And what would you say to the king?
I would say that.
I would say Sister Martha would tell the king that life here is so exciting. Some days we even have 2 visitors. And there is the Count de Guiche. I must greet him.
Madame Roxanne may have found serenity here, but there are those among us who could find a lesson in her simplicity and kindness.
I'm sure we, that is, all the sisters, share these virtues.
Sister Martha, your Mother Superior mentioned to me that you've stopped in front of the mirror twice this week to see how your headdress looks.
I was merely observing the pious look on my face.
Well then, but didn't I see you take a prune from the tart this morning, just as I entered these holy walls?
One little prune.
One little look. Perhaps I'll tell Monsieur Cyrano.
No. He'll make fun of us and say that nuns are very coquettish and greedy.
And very good.
Ever since his cousin Roxanne came here 14 years ago, he's been visiting her without fail.
And this truly is a wonderful gift for Madame Roxanne. No one but Monsieur Cyrano has ever been able to distract her from her grief.
But he's not a very good Catholic.
Have no fear. I'm sure that God knows him well.
But when he comes in every Saturday, he says to me proudly, "Sister, I ate meat yesterday."
Is that what he tells you? His friend LeBray told me that the last time he came, he hadn't eaten anything in 2 days. He's so poor.
Doesn't anyone help him?
No, it would only make him angry if anyone tried.
Come, let's go inside. Monsieur de Guiche is visiting with Madame Roxanne. Venez partons.
And so you remain here, letting your beauty go to waste, still in mourning.
Still in mourning, encore undie.
And still faithful.
Encore fidèle, still faithful.
Have you ever forgiven me?
Bien sûr.
And do you still carry Christian's last letter over your breast?
Yes, it is all I have left of him.
And does Cyrano still come and visit you?
Every week, my old friend is my gazette. He brings me all of the latest news.
Madame. Monsieur.
Have you seen Cyrano?
I have.
And how does he fare?
Still poverty-stricken, still isolated. His writings constantly make new enemies for him. He attacks false saints, false heroes.
But his sword still fills everyone with terror. No one will dare touch him.
Who knows?
Don't feel too sorry for him. He lives his life without compromise, free in both his thoughts and his acts.
It seems that, while I have everything, he has nothing. But yet I'd still be honored to shake his hand. I must be going now.
I'll accompany you to the gate.
It's true that no one would dare attack your friend openly, but it's also true that he's hated by many people. Only yesterday, during a card game at court, someone said to me that Cyrano may have a fatal accident someday. Tell him to be careful.
Careful, Cyrano? He is not here, but I will warn him. But will he listen?
Monsieur LeBray, is Madame Roxanne here?
She's at the gate.
Rather, she didn't know. This afternoon, I can't say for certain it wasn't an accident. Someone dropped a load of firewood from an upstairs window on our friend Cyrano.
The cowards, is he dead? Le
No.
lâche, Cyrano est-il mort?
No, I carried him home, his head streaming blood. Come with me quickly. He'll die if he tries to get up.
Monsieur LeBray! They are still like little boys. What a beautiful autumn day. Even my sorrow is smiling. Cyrano will soon be here. There! One of the sisters must be trying to persuade him to repent one of his sins. Nothing else can make him late.
Bergerac is here.
Late for the first time in 14 years.
Scandalous. I was delayed by an untimely visitor.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to tell him to wait. I won't let you leave before nightfall.
He may insist that I join him sooner than that. May the devil take me if I ever see that needlework finished.
I was expecting some such remark. Now, tell me the latest news.
Last Saturday, the king took to his bed with a fever. The illness was convicted of high treason and executed by his physician. Since then, the royal pulse has returned to normal. On Sunday, Madame Dathis' dog had to be given an enema to...
That will do, Monsieur de Bergerac.
On Monday...
What is it? Have you fainted?
It's only my old wound. It'll soon heal.
Each of us has his wound. Mine is old, but still unhealed. Here, under the yellowed paper of a letter, stained with tears and blood.
You said that I can read this letter someday. May it be this day. Roxane, adieu.
Roxane, farewell.
Je vais mourir, ma bien-aimée.
Death is near, my beloved.
Jamais plus. Jamais mes yeux ne baisseront au vol le geste que vous faites.
Never, never again will my eyes delight in the kissing of each of your graceful gestures. How well you read his letter.
Je crie. Adieu, ma chère, ma chérie, mon trésor. And I cry out to you, farewell, my dearest, my darling, my treasure.
I'm not hearing that voice for the first time.
Mon corps ne quitte jamais une seconde.
My heart has never left you for a moment. It is dark now. You cannot read. For 14 years, you played the part of an old friend.
Roxane!
I might have known it every time I heard you speak my name. The voice in the night, the letters, it was you.
It was Christian.
You loved me.
No, my love, I never loved you.
Why were you silent when you knew neither the tears nor the letters were his?
The blood was his.
And why have you broken that silence tonight?
Why?
Himself by leaving his bed.
Oh, God.
Oh, sir!
Stop, I haven't finished my news yet. An hour before dinner, Monsieur de Bergerac was murdered.
Cyrano!
Agno, stop weeping so loudly.
I love you. You must live.
No. When Beauty said I love you to the beast, his ugliness melted away. But as you can see, such words have no such magic effect on me.
I've loved only one man, and I've lost him twice.
No. A man like you can't die this way. It's too unjust.
There's Lebray, always complaining. Do you remember the evening when Christian spoke to you below your balcony? That evening was the essence of my life. While I remained below in the shadows, others climbed up to receive the kiss of glory, Roxane. Don't mourn any less for Christian. My only hope is that when the great cold has taken my body and soul, you will give a double meaning to those widow's weeds and mourn for him a little when you mourn for him.
I swear to you.
There! My timely visitor has returned.
Love, when it is all said, is a heart's true vow.
I see him with his noseless face, daring to look at my nose.
Through a sealed promise of kisses.
You there! And all you with him, I recognize you. My old enemies.
A wind of terrible and jealous beauty blowing over me.
Lies! My greetings to you. And his compromise, and prejudice, and cowardice.
A dark fire singing through the night.
Yes. You robbed me of everything. The laurels of glory, the roses of love.
Love also seeketh not his own.
Yes. I know I can't defeat you. But I'll still fight you. As long as there's a breath in my body.
Dear, take my joy for yours.
Stand back! I want no support from anyone.
Even though you never knew I gave it to you.
I can feel my bones growing cold. But I'll welcome death on my feet. With my sword in my hands.
In my last moments. Let me hear your distant laughter of joy.
Laughter of joy.
Tonight, when I enter before God, there is but one monument I'll take with me, unspotted from this world mine own. And that is...
And that is...
That is...
my panache.
Ne le suis pas, il mentira pour être l'homme qui n'a pas en vérité il n'est qu'à faux. Viens avec moi et tu verras que nous sommes faits pour vivre ensemble, juste toi et moi.